Welcome to Wilderness Escape, VBS at Home, Day 1. It's an exciting journey for God's people, the Israelites. My name's Courtney, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you. We're going to use our imaginations together and go back into Bible times and go on an adventure where we'll meet Moses, whose story we can read about in the Bible. Moses will teach us about how he's leading God's people on a journey. They've just escaped a mean king who made them do really hard work and wasn't kind to them at all. They're traveling through a wilderness on their way to a wonderful land that God has promised just for them. And Moses is trusting God to provide for them and guide them on this really important journey. And just like Moses and the Israelites needed to trust God on their journey, so do we. God will always guide us in life and provide the things that we need, and He'll never let us down. I've heard that singing is one of your favorite things to do in VBS, so what do you say? Let's sing a song together. Stand up. You're going to want to have plenty of room to dance to this one. That was some great singing and dancing, guys. I'm so excited to be on this wild wilderness adventure with you. This might be your first time in the wilderness. Being in the wilderness is a lot like camping or going to a nature park. There are all sorts of things to hear and to see. Look around. What do you see? I see rocks. And water, and birds, and a tent, and a fire. Ooh, that last one made me really want s'mores. We're gonna have such a great time this week on our Wilderness Escape adventure. We get to visit with Moses and hear all about his adventure leading the Israelites with God guiding them and providing for them. Moses led the Israelites through some really scary and hard times. They had to trust that God was right there with them, providing them and guiding them the entire time. Each day this week, we're going to learn a new Bible point, and those Bible points help us remember a really important thing that the Bible teaches us. And today's Bible point is, God is with us, so trust God. Whenever you hear the first part of this Bible point, God is with us, so you finish the point by saying, trust God. For trust, you make fists like this, like you're pulling a rope, just like that. And for God, you put 2 pointer fingers up for God. Trust God. Looking good, guys. You know, that Bible point reminds me of a song with the same motions. I think you're gonna love this one. I will trust you, 'cause I know you're gonna come through every step of the way. No matter what I face, I'm gonna say, I will trust you. I will trust you, 'cause I know you're gonna come through every step of the way. No matter what I face, I'm gonna say, I will trust you. Sometimes it's hard to see what's coming next. I will trust you. But whatever it is, I know you'll see me through. I will trust you. I can't do this journey on my own. I will trust you. I need you, Lord, to guide my steps. I put my faith in you. I will trust you, 'cause I know you're gonna come through every step of the way. No matter what I face, I'm gonna say, I will trust you. Sometimes it's hard to see what's coming next. I will trust you. But whatever it is, I know you'll see me through. I will trust you. I can't do this journey on my own. I will trust you. I need you, Lord, to guide my steps. I put my faith in you. I will trust you, 'cause I know you're gonna come through every step of the way. No matter what I face, I'm gonna say, I will trust you. I will trust you, 'cause I know you're gonna come through every step of the way. No matter what I face, I'm gonna say, I will trust you. Great singing, friends. You know, God is with us every step of the way. And our Bible verse for today teaches us just that. In the Bible, in the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 12 says, God answered, I will be with you. Let's learn some more motions to help us remember this important Bible verse. Raise your hands high for God. God answered, and hug yourself. I will be with you. Let's practice that together. God answered, I will be with you. Nice work, guys. Today's Bible story is from the book of Exodus, chapters 14 and 16. And this week at VBS, we're going to be reading our Bible stories from the Jesus Storybook Bible. Every story whispers his name. I think you're going to like it. Today, we get to visit with Moses and hear all about his adventures leading God's people. Moses led the Israelites through some really hard, scary times, and they had to trust that God was there with them. Today's story is called God Makes a Way. Moses and God's people escaped out of Egypt and into the wilderness. They didn't know the way, but God knew the way and He would show them. I will bring you to a new home, a special land. God promised them, I will look after you. I am with you. God sent a big cloud for them to follow, a pillar of smoke stretching up to the sky. It moved in front of them as they walked and shaded them from the blazing heat of the day. And when it was time to rest, it stopped. All through the cold desert nights, it kept them warm, glowing like a fire. God led His people through the desert to the edge of a great sea. They were just wondering how to cross it when suddenly they heard a terrible thundering and pounding. It sounded almost like horses' hooves. They shaded their eyes to look back and screamed. It was Pharaoh and his army were coming to get them. Pharaoh had changed his mind. Get my slaves back, he screeched and charged out into the desert after them with 600 of the fastest horsemen and every single chariot in Egypt. Whew, what were God's people gonna do? In front of them was a big sea. It was so big, there was no way around it. But there was no way through it. It was too deep. They didn't have any boats, so they couldn't sail across it. And they couldn't swim across it because it was way too far to swim. And they couldn't turn back because Pharaoh's army was chasing them now. They could see the flashing swords now, glinting in the baking sun, and the dust clouds, and chariot after scary chariot surging towards them. So they did the only thing left to do. Panic! We're going to die, they screeched. Don't be afraid, Moses said. But there's nothing we can do, they screamed. God knows you can't do anything, Moses said. God will do it for you. Trust Him and watch. But there's no way out, they cried. God will make a way, Moses said. Another minute and it would have been over. But then the strangest thing happened. What do you think happened? Let's see. God made the pillar of smoke move. It moved behind His people and hid them from the Egyptians. Then God sent a strong east wind to blow all night long. It blew on the water of the big sea. It blew to the left and it blew to the right until it blew it into 2 towering walls of water. And there, right through the middle of the sea, a muddy pathway opened. And God's people walked across dry land. When the Egyptians tried to follow, the walls of water crashed back down on them and swallowed them up. God's people were safe. They danced and laughed and sang and thanked God. When there had been no way out, God made a way. Many years later, once again, God was going to make a way where there was no way. From the beginning, God's children had been running from Him and hiding. God knew His children could never be happy without Him, but they couldn't get back to Him by themselves. They were lost and they didn't know the way back. But God knew the way, and one day He would show them. Hey! Hey!
I will sing unto the Lord, for He is triumph gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. I will sing unto the Lord, for He is triumph gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. The Lord my unto the Lord, for he is triumphed gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. The Lord my God, my strength, my song, has now become my victory. The Lord my God, my strength, my song, has now become my victory. The Lord is God, and I will praise him, my Father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is God, and I will praise him, my Father's God, and I will exalt him. I will exalt him. I will exalt him.
Each day on our wilderness escape together, we'll get to meet a new Bible buddy friend. And this Bible buddy helps us remember a really important thing that we learn from the Bible. Today's Bible buddy is a little mouse named Mo. Isn't that adorable? Mice are really small animals, so of course, they're a little timid and they get scared pretty easily. They hide from cats and dogs and people and birds and, well, pretty much anything. Sometimes, just like mice, we feel scared about things, and that's okay. But when we feel scared and afraid, we can always remember God's promise, because God promised that he would always be with us. So when we feel small and timid and unimportant, Mo can help us remember that God is with us. So trust God. Let's sing another song to help us remember that.
There were times we were so afraid, so many years we had lost our way, but we would hold on to your promise. Your mighty hand would deliver us, a guiding light through the wilderness, and we would hold on to your promise. You said, I am the rock that you stand on. I am
So, trust God. Sometimes it can feel like God is really far away, but the truth is, God is always here with us. We just have to remember to look. Whenever you see something that makes you smile, feel happy or loved, or gives you a warm feeling inside, chances are that's God. And we call those God sightings. It's so important that whenever you see a God sighting, you stop and you tell the person who you're with that you just saw God, and you say, "Thank you, God." So in just a minute, you'll see a pause button, and when you do, I want you to pause the video and huddle up with your family and talk about where you've seen God today. What was your God sighting? I bet you guys had some awesome God sightings. It's so great to share those with the people around you. It makes God happy, it makes the people around you happy, and it makes you happy too. Do you know what else makes God super happy? When we sing songs about God and dance. So let's do it!
So many years, so many trials. God has been with us through them all. He gives us strength through His power. He will never let us down, and we sing, oh, oh, oh. God will guide us, oh, oh, oh. He will provide for us through the wilderness. He will deliver us, oh, oh, oh. So many years, so many trials. God has been with us through them all. He gives us strength through His power. He will never let us down, and we sing, oh, oh, oh. God will guide us, oh, oh, oh. He will provide for us through the wilderness. He will deliver us, oh, oh, oh. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. God will guide us, oh, oh, oh. He will provide for us through the wilderness. He will deliver us, oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh,
It has been a great first day of Wilderness Escape VBS at Home Day 1. I hope you've had just as much fun as I did. We learned that God is with us, so trust God. We also learned a bunch of new songs to help us remember this. We met our first Bible buddy, Mo the mouse, who is a teeny mouse who sometimes gets timid and frightful. Mo reminds us that even when we feel small and scared and unimportant, God's promise remains. God is always with us. God is with us. So, trust God. And we learned a new Bible verse today too. We learned that in the book of Exodus, God promises, "I will be with you." Wow, we have learned a lot together, and it's just day 1. Thanks for escaping to the wilderness with me. I can't wait until tomorrow for another day of adventure, discovery, and fun with you. Now, each day before we say goodbye, we're going to sing a special song. This song is called Shalom. Shalom is a Hebrew word. That's the language that Moses and the Israelites spoke. So in this song, you're going to sing the special words Shalom Havarim. Shalom Havarim. It might take a little practice, but I know you'll get it. Shalom Havarim means peace, friends. So that's how we're going to end our time together every day this week. Bye, friends.
Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom.